Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Music Theory Mondays. It's been a while. We're kind of touching on some jazz today. We're doing Satin Doll by Duke Ellington. And this one is all over the place harmonically, as you would expect a jazz tune to be. That's, after all, what makes these analyses so interesting. We're starting off with a D minor 7 to a G7. We're in the home key of C major here, so that is a 2 to 5. And then from there we're moving up to an E minor 7 to an A7, which would also be a 2 to 5, but not in the key of C. It would be a 2 to 5 in the key of D. And then the next phrase brings us up to A minor 7 to D7, which is a 2 to 5 in G. And then last but not least, we have an A flat minor 7 to a D flat 7, which is a 2 to 5 in G flat. So what have we learned from this? We've learned that 2 to 5s sound great, especially in jazz. And we're doing 2 to 5 chord progressions in the key of C, the key of D, the key of G, and the key of G flat. Okay? Now, out of all 12 keys, the 12 options that exist, why were those chosen? Why do they work so well together? Well, the key of C and the key of D are only 2 notes different, so they're closely related. The key of C, D, and G only have, well, there's 2 between C and D, but there's only 1 different note between D and G. And then the drastic jump to the G flat is actually, it's an extreme jump because C major and G flat have like nothing in common other than the 5 chord being a D flat 7, which acts as a tritone substitution back to home base, which is the 1, and that is the first 1 chord of the song. So a 2-5 in C to a closely related 2-5 in D to a closely related 2-5 in G to a drastic jump into the key of G flat for another 2-5, but the 5 happens to be that tritone sub that brings us right back to C major 7. All right, good stuff there. Then we do a little chord climb. We go C major 7, D minor 7, E minor 7, 1, 2, 3 in the key of C. Then we throw in an A7, which sets us up for the repeat, which brings us back to the beginning on the D minor 7, which is a 5 to 1. And of course, the A7 would be acting as a 5 of 2 in that situation because the D minor 7 is the 2 chord. The second section of the song brings about more 2-5s. We're doing a G minor 7 to a C7, which would be a 2-5 in the key of F, and it does in fact resolve after 2 rounds. Then we do an A minor 7 to a D7. That goes twice, and then that resolves to the 1 chord, which is G. It actually resolves to a G7, which is cool. Why not? The next chord is the D minor 7 again from the beginning, and the G7 again. We're kind of continuing with that whole progression, the 2-5, 2-5, 2-5 all the way through. I think we're pretty much done. That's pretty much it for this one. Great stuff. Great melody. Great chord changes. Taking the idea of the 2-5 in various keys that are closely related and really maxing out on that to make this thing as interesting as possible. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.